moly, guacamole. Ladies and gentlemen, the Charlo twins is back in the gym together again. The Lions are back. Mufasa and Scar coexisting together. We ain't never seen that before. We haven't seen that in a long time. The brothers coexisting, ready to capture that roar, that lion roar again. Roar! 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 Somebody roar! Now, folks, I know that some of y'all lost faith in the Charlo brothers. I know the inactivity. I know that the last time these guys was in action, right? That people remember, of course, Jermell Charlo, the undisputed 154-pound king, you know what I'm saying, when he went up 2 divisions up to challenge Canelo Alvarez, the 4th division world champion, super middleweight undisputed. It was too much for him. The weight was too much, but I think a lot of people just didn't like the approach, right? A lot of people didn't like the approach. They feel like he didn't go out there and try to win the fight, but just to survive, right? And then with Jermell Charlo, the 2 division champion, still undefeated, you know, that incident with Caleb Plant, you know what I'm saying? That really did damage his reputation, right? But at the end of the day, folks, they're highly accomplished still. Jermell Charlo was still undefeated. Jermell Charlo, to be honest, in the 154-pound division, he's going back to his kingdom. He's still the king. Now, there's other people that got that got the straps like Sebastian Fundura, but at this point, he's still a belt holder, They could be belt holders, but only one wears the crown in the 154-pound division, and that's Jermell Iron Man Charlo. The beauty about American sports, right? And the beauty about America is the most lucrative story in sports is the comeback story. That's the most lucrative story in sports, is the comeback story. And I feel like these guys have a great opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to regain that aura, to regain the lion in them. And, you know, I think a great win in the 154-pound division, I would like to see Jermell Charlo versus probably Keith Thurman, right? That would be a good name fight. Jermell Charlo versus Virgil Ortiz out there in Texas. I think that will sell out an arena. Also, Sebastian Fundura, right? Sebastian Fundura and Jermell Charlo. Maybe if Tim Tszyu wins the next fight with Joey Spencer this week, maybe people regain that type of interest again. When it comes to Jermell Charlo, right? He's heading to the 168-pound division. People still calling him out. You've seen Edgar Balaga still calling him out. I think a fight with Jaime Munguia is still a great fight. Jermell Charlo and Demetrius Andre, I think that's a rivalry that, to be honest, I don't think that they should retire without fighting each other. Jermell Charlo and Demetrius Andre, I think that would be a wonderful fight. They've been lined to fight. They've been lined to fight for a long time. Caleb Plant, if Jermell Charlo want to get that smack back, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the most. I think that's the most attractive fight for Jermell Charlo because of what has transpired, right? And I think that's hard to get to get back. You know what I'm saying? For Jermell Charlo went out there and dared to be great. So I don't understand why a lot of people do, you know, don't give him a lot of credit for it. I understand the approach. Yeah, at the end of the day, when you're moving 2 division up, you know what I'm saying? That's when you figure out, like, yo, there's weight classes for a reason. Thus, the Canelo Alvarez versus Bud Crawford, the reason why I feel like it's not a smart move, it's not a good fight, is a mismatch in my opinion. I think the fights with Jermell Charlo, who is bigger than Bud Crawford, who I believe could beat Bud Crawford in the 154-pound division. You saw how Bud Crawford did perform versus Madrimov. Imagine with Jermell Charlo, right? He's bigger. He's a knockout artist, right? And you know what? Canelo Alvarez couldn't feel his punches, and that's the reason why it should have humbled the boxing world. That, you know what, man? We saw what happened with Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo. What the hell Bud Crawford going to be doing, right? Also, that Madrimov and Bud Crawford fight should have humbled the people. And that's why, for the people that feel like, yo, you be hating on the Canelo and Bud Crawford, because, man, didn't you see the signs? All right? It's not a good fight. But anyway, it is what it is. Get your money, and it is what it is, right? You're going to be compensated as warriors. Do what you got to do. There's 2 highly accomplished fighters. All these guys is highly accomplished fighters. I think that Jermell Charlo is one of the most devalued, disrespected fighters in the sport of boxing. He cleaned out the most difficult and competitive division in the sport of boxing. I've always been saying that the 154-pound division is the most competitive division for like 5-6 years. you know, because and people just didn't want to agree with it because it didn't have high profile names. Yet, as you can see, there is a lot of vulnerability that's been shown in the 154-pound division. Fighters do look ordinary. They don't look like the pound-for-pound fighters themselves. Outside of Jermell Charlo, that's what Jermell Charlo, in my opinion, is still the king in 154, and the other guys are belt holders holding his belt. If you want to be the king in the 154-pound division and the king is going back, you're going to have to beat the king. You're going to have to beat the best to be the best. And I feel like Jermell Charlo in the 154-pound division is where he needs to be. He stays in shape throughout the year and can't wait to see him back in the ring. I know these guys been having you know, they have, you know, been reports that, you know, they had, you know, personal issues and stuff like that, and everything has been, you know, good up to this point. Shout out to Jermell Charlo, his beautiful family. We know about the Jermell Charlo, and I believe he got divorced. You know, divorce is tough, especially when you've been with the person for a long time and you build a home and you got like 5 kids and they've been together since they was teens. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know, that they could coexist as parents and stuff like that. Pray for both families, right? You know, so they could, you know, and pray for the kids as well. I know the divorce and breakup is tough on the children. So, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people like to, you know, like to troll on the Charlos and what goes, you know, in their private life. But in the end of the day, man, that's evil in my opinion. And I feel like we all have trials and tribulations in life. You know what I'm saying? These guys ain't robots. These guys are humans still. And hopefully that Jermell Charlo overcomes, you know, the mental illness that he was going through, you know what I'm saying, several years ago, in which he disclosed. Hopefully that he gets a grips of that, and, you know, he stay and go back and doing what he does best, and that's beat up dudes, stay undefeated, and keep enhancing his legacy. Well, both of these guys to keep enhancing their legacy. Let me know what y'all think about the Charlo brothers working together, coexisting together. You know, they always, there's also been publicly both of these guys haven't seen eye to eye, but they're brothers. And at the end of the day, man, they are, the quote is, I am my brother's keeper and they are their brother's keeper. Let me know what y'all think, man. We don't know who's going to be training with Jermell Charlo. I think that Joanne Guzman is going to probably be the head trainer for Jermell Charlo. I'm not sure about that, but I know he's still going to be working with him. I think he's still working with him. And Jermell Charlo going to be still working with Rodney Shields, I believe so. Let me know what y'all think, man. This is Punch Round Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.